What's going on? This is day 4. Can you believe it's already been 4 days? Let me get my fingers in the camera. 4. It's day 4 of our 5-day video series, and I'm going to be sending you exclusively because you're my subscriber. If you haven't seen the other ones that I've sent you, then go back and check your email inbox because they're really, really important. And if you watch them in this order, then you're going to get immense more value. I really thought this out, and it's all the things that I didn't know or that I wish I did know when I got started building my freedom, right? So with that, I'm sitting on my couch again. I got my little season confused Christmas cactus right behind me. It's adorable. It blooms whenever it wants to. And I don't think I've ever had a Christmas cactus that bloomed around Christmas time. But, to each their own, right? Everything in nature has its own path. So with that, today's video, I want to specifically talk about following your passion and finding your passion. So finding your passion and then proceeding to follow your passion, right? I believe in my own personal life that what your passion is and what you're really, really passionate about is in alignment with your life purpose on this planet. It's about doing the things that make your heart sing, and that you could work on it all day long, and it will bring you immense joy and you don't get tired of it. And that could be anything. Your passion could be anything. And I don't ever want you to believe that your passion can't be something because it quote unquote can't pay you, because it's a limiting belief and it doesn't serve you. And I want you to eliminate that right away, because that's what I believe. I'm a musician, I'm a speaker, and I love connecting with people. And I never believed once, although it's what I wanted when I was an adult. Growing up, I was always told that, no, you need to go and you need to get a job, you need to go to school, and, you can't live and do the things that make you happy. You have to go get a living, and you have to go make a living out of it, right? You can't make a living on being an artist, except for all the people who made money being artists. Right? So, with that, I really want you to take a second and think about what you love to do. And if, you're watching this video and you're thinking like, my God, I don't even have, 30 seconds to, 30 seconds extra to shave my legs in the shower or whatever, because, society pressures you into, figuring out exactly what you have to be, and you have one chance in order to figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life. I mean, when I was in high school, I was so pressured into figuring out exactly what I wanted to be and then pursuing that career path. And so I would say things like, oh, I want to be a pharmacist, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, something to that effect. Primarily wanted to work in the healthcare industry because that's where I thought all the money was. You know what I mean? And it was always a dream of mine to build a successful foundation for my family, for my future children, and for their children, right? I never want my children to have to go without, because when I was growing up, my mom and I, we were, she was a single mom, and there were times where, I would have to watch her, put things back that I knew that she needed in order to get me the things that I needed. And I never want my children to have to witness that, my children to have to, live through that. I always want there to be food on the table. I always want there to be, toys in the toy chest, and, big Christmases and things like that. And spending time with them, because that's really what it all boils down to. It all boils down to spending time with your loved ones and spending time with, your friends and family. And, that's why, I believe that this particular industry is so important when building your freedom, because, if you don't know what your passion is, then, it's probably because you were forced into that career path. You were forced into, going to work and going to school, and then coming out of, maybe working at, Dunkin' Donuts or Panera Bread, and, going into your workforce, your particular field, if you can find a job in that, and in that case, if that's the case and you don't know what your passion is, then you need time. You need time and financial security in order to, you need cash flow independent from time, right? You need time and financial security in order to be able to take a step back, know that everything's running, and only have to work for a couple of hours a day in order to figure out, okay, wow, this is what I love to do. I love drawing. I love sewing. I love mowing people's lawns. I love, studying, quantum mechanics. I love studying, English literature. I love writing. You know what I mean? All of these things that you would be so good at if you focused on them. But because you're caught in the trap of, because you may be caught in the trap of, I have to work to make a living, you're not actually focusing on what you want to do. And what you want to do and what makes your heart sing, what gives you joy, and what brings you immense satisfaction when you complete it, and when you see other people responding to it, that is what your core purpose is on this earth. And it could be anything. Like I said, it could be drawing, it could be, playing the guitar, it could be doing handstands. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that makes your heart sing, other people will receive value from that. So get started, build a successful future, build your freedom with us here. Like I've built my freedom, like I say in every single video, because I make daily consistent income. That I worked for a couple of hours today and I got paid. And I'm able to take the rest of my time and go and, go to the beach, study, read. I love reading and I love studying, quantum mechanics and the way the universe works. And, I'm, I was an AP student nerd, you know what I mean? So I love that kind of thing, right? I love science. I love studying that kind of stuff. So I get to take the other 16 hours or however many that I'm awake. So let's just say I work for anywhere between 2 to 4 hours a day, every other day, right? I get to take the rest of that 10 to 12 hours every single day. And instead of going to a job, I get to focus on the things that make me happy. Getting my nails done, spending time with my mother, going and working out. Those are the kinds of things that you have the ability to do when you find your passion and you build a successful future and a successful foundation. So with that, hit the button below and check this out, because I assure you, I can't guarantee you anything. Right? I can only guarantee you one thing. I cannot guarantee you any monetary income or any monetary results. See ipassearnings.com. I cannot guarantee that you will create your life of freedom. However, I have. But what I can guarantee you is that if you do nothing, if you take no action, nothing will change. And you probably won't ever find your happiness. So click the button below and get started today, because your happiness, your life, and your future is waiting for you. So with that, hit the button below. See you on the next video, on video 5. Can't believe it's already been almost a week, right? See you on video 5, and I will see you on the next one, right? Video 5. Bye now.